4-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals. The start of a 7-game homestand. The Pirates had a disappointing West Coast road trip. They lost 4 of 6 in Los Angeles and San Francisco. So looking for better things. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk. And Bob, the Pirates, this is really their last gasp effort at trying to get back into a division race. If there's any hope at all, 8 of the next 11 games against the first-place St. Louis Cardinals.
It could be interesting to watch this series the way it unfolds, and it could be rather exciting. And I was watching the tease there and saw everything that happened last time, and the Cardinals are in first place, but they've been scuffling. They've been kind of coming back to the pack. They've only won 3 of their last 10 games, but they see what our record is, and they come in here and think, well, we should beat these guys. Well, if they don't beat us, then the tempers might start to get up there a little bit. Tensions start to flare, and I got to believe that we might see some more of that on-field scuffling stuff. You get 2 teams together, this many games in a row in this situation with a little bit of a history. Something might happen.
Well, the Pirates have won 5 of the first 9 meetings with the Cardinals, and maybe that's why the Cardinals are a little hot under the cap right now. Yeah,
it could be. We're a club that I'm sure when they come to play us or we go over there to play them, they think, well, we're a first-place club. They lost 100 games last year. They're not doing too well this year. They should beat us, and if they don't, then it's kind of upsetting. I've been in a situation like that before where you go in and for some reason there is some team that you think you should dominate and you can't beat them. Well, you get a little mad, and that's when usually tempers kind of boil over a little bit, like we saw in that last series we played them.
Okay, by the same token now, Bob, do the Pirates get extra geared up because they are playing a division opponent and a team? They've won 5 of 9 so far this year, but this is the club that's in first place. Do you think the Pirates players are feeling that?
I don't know if it's geared up. I think they play in their own division with a lot of confidence. I think the Pirate players have thought all year, maybe not all year, but from about May on, that there's nobody in this division that they can't play with. And I think they've proven that. They have a pretty decent record in their own division. And confidence really means a lot in the game of baseball. They go out there, they believe that they can beat the St. Louis Cardinals, and that's why they play them so tough.
Well, the Pirates going to try and play the Cardinals tough in Game 1 of this 4-game series. A little bit late starting because of the rain, but we're going to play some baseball. Scott Rowland, boy, he's done some damage over the years against the Pirates while wearing a Phillies uniform. Now he's a Redbird.
Pirates Baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Pirates. By Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, cold down easy. By Pennzoil, we're driving protection. By NEC Racing Network, open an Express Bet account and wager by phone or online, anytime, anywhere. And by your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers. Toyota, get the feeling.
Back at PNC Park, we are going to have a rain delay at the start. This is the 59th home game of the year, and it has rained and been delayed 57 times out of 59 that the Pirates have played at home. That is just unbelievable. In fact, it's not true, but it seems like it, as the Pirates and the Cardinals are going to have a rain delay at the start of this one at PNC Park, the beginning of a 7-game homestand. It's Jason Simon-Tachi on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals. Brian Meadows to make his 3rd start for the Bucks, and the Pirates trying to gain some ground on the first-place club in the National League Central Division. The Cardinals really have not gotten on a roll since the All-Star break, so maybe they're there for the taking as the Bucks begin the day 11.5 games out of first in the National League Central Division. Well, stick around. We'll have Pirates baseball a bit later on, but right now, Inside Pirates Baseball coming your way.
A little lonely out there tonight.
Yeah. Brian Meadows makes his way in. He's pitched well in his 2 starts and has nothing to show for it. Bucks have been shut out both times.
He has done a nice job. Ryan Giles fan?
Jason Kendall was 3 for 5 yesterday. Pirates came back to tie their game against the Giants, only to lose it in 11 innings, 5-4. There's Brian Giles. And Lloyd McClendon was telling the media today that it was a tough road trip, but he said actually he is a little bit flummoxed by the lack of patience on the part of members of the media with this team. He said it's just going to take a little bit of time, but you can see the progress. Kevin Young, Pirates first baseman, who had 6 hits on the trip. The Bucks dropped 4 of 6 to the Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Kip Wells was one of the 2 pitchers on the road trip to get a win. He beat the Giants in San Francisco Friday night, going 7 1/3, allowing 3 runs, and that is going to be, of course, the key as the Pirates begin a stretch of playing these first-place Cardinals 8 times over the next 11 games. 4 here, then a 3-game weekend series against the Brewers, and then right out to St. Louis for a 4-game series against the Cardinals. So the Bucks will either maybe gain a little ground and keep faint postseason hopes alive, or the Cardinals will want to bury the Pirates and get them out of consideration. Not that the Cardinals are thinking much about the Pirates. The Cincinnati Reds are 2 back. The Houston Astros are 3 behind in the National League Central Division.
Now, all those games in such a short span of time, you got to think there will be opportunities for tensions to escalate like they did last time the Cardinals were in town.
Cardinals line up, and it's a different looking club than we saw a few weeks ago. Brought to you by Jeep. There's Albert Pujols. He's on another tear, the left fielder. He's their big gun. He follows Jim Edmonds in the lineup. Scott Rowland, the new third baseman, hits 5th, and Tino Martinez at first, Eli Marrero, the catcher. How about J.D. Drew batting 8th?
That is amazing that they have Drew all the way down in that 8 spot. Well, here's our PNC scouting report for Brian Meadows. Fastball has been pretty good. It's been 90 mile an hour, even above a little bit. He'll have to be careful. Renneria, excellent numbers against him tonight. Renneria hitting in that 2nd spot. Got a couple of doubles, couple of home runs, and only 7 at bats. And Brian Meadows, he's no kid. He's been around the block a little bit. He's only 26 years old, but he's already gotten over 100 major league starts. So this is a guy, even though he's just come up from the minor leagues with us, he has been up in the big leagues for quite some time, and gives us a little veteran presence in that starting rotation.
The Hyundai defense behind him. The Pirates will have to play a strong defense. Brian Giles, Rob Makoviak, Craig Wilson in the outfield. Makoviak gets his first start in over a week because of that strained oblique muscle. Ramos Ramirez and Jack Wilson on the left side of the infield with Pokey Reese and Kevin Young on the right side, and Jason Kendall behind the plate.
Keep our fingers crossed that Makoviak does not have to come up and make a big throw tonight. I don't think he'll be up to the task. Most of the time, you're just going to see him flipping the ball into the cutoff guy, either Jack Wilson or Pokey Reese. They'll be running out there, I'm sure, very deep and trying to give Makoviak an easy throw.
So Makoviak and center fielders Adam Heistu had a real rough road trip. He sits down, as does Armando Rios against the right-hander Jason Simon-Tachi. And here is Fernando Vina. Some of the controversy in mid-July centered around some takeout slides that Brian Giles had of Fernando Vina. Giles tried to break up a couple of double plays, and Vina really had no problem with it. He got up both times, nodded toward Giles like, hey, that's good baseball. There's a fly ball to right center field, and the outfield tested early on, and Craig Wilson answers the test. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Well, Greg, I think as long as you don't have the cleats up there high, or you're not way by the bag on the other side, then it is a good clean. The guys are supposed to come in and take you out, so I'm sure Vina would not have a problem with that.
Strike is called. Jim Trudinich, the Pirates Media Relations Director, announcing that this is the 21st rain delay the Pirates have undergone this year. 18 of those delays have come at home. Edgar Renteria gets the ball just off play. 1 ball, 1 strike. The guy that more so than Vigna, you feel like there's trouble brewing. It's the guy on deck, Jim Edmonds. No player, no coach, manager, Lloyd McClendon wouldn't want to talk about it, but it sure seemed like the attention was surrounding Jim Edmonds as he came to the plate that final game of the series on July the 21st, and Pirates decided to walk him. Edmonds seemed to say something toward the Pirates dugout, and that's when tempers flared. 1-2 on Edgar Renteria, and that's lined and speared by Aramis Ramirez.
Renteria, he likes to hit off Brian Meadows, and he made an out here, but watch the out he made. Just a bullet, kind of hooking back. If that was a hit dead straight, Ramirez wouldn't have made that play, but that ball, that great camera angle we have, you could see it hook back toward Ramirez a little.
2 up, 2 down, and now Jim Edmonds at the plate.
That's a great shot looking down that third baseline. That's what the guys in that dugout see. That's what La Russa sees basically from his vantage point.
Jim Edmonds 10th in the league in hitting at .312. 23 homers, 62 runs batted in, and as you see, batting .400 on the year against Pittsburgh pitching.
Like just about all the managers come down to that real close to the home plate side of that dugout in that little corner. Looks like La Russa's even set up a little table there. The Cardinals really rely heavily on charts and books and scouting reports, and they bring everything out there with them. There's the makeshift table they have set up.
Dave Duncan, the pitching coach.
There's one of the books they have.
One of the coaches for the Cardinals is Joe Patini. Edmonds lays off the breaking ball, 2-2.
Busch Stadium, they have a kind of an elaborate setup for their books in their home dugout, which is understandable.
Brian Meadows, nicely done. Quick work of the Cardinals. The Pirates now face a former Pirates farmhand, Jason Simon Tachi. Have this lineup out there against Jason Simon Tachi. And it's brought to you by Dodge. Jason Kendall, Jack Wilson, Brian Giles, Aramis Ramirez hits cleanup. Rob Makoviak, Kevin Young, Craig Wilson follow, then Pokey Reed bats 8 with Brian Meadows on the hill. And again facing 6'2", 185-pound right-hander from Mountain View, California, Jason Simon Tachi.
Lost his last 3 starts since the All-Star break. Has not been nearly as solid as he was early on. Tough to run on. Nobody has stolen a base while he's been on the mound this year. Change up is his out pitch. Brian Giles will see a lot of change-ups tonight.
Jason Kendall riding a 6-game hitting streak. 288 average. That on-base percentage solid at .351. Actually a better on-base percentage than the Cardinals leadoff man, Fernando Vigna. Kendall with 3 hits and on base 4 times yesterday. Balls and a strike to count on Kendall. Jack Wilson next. Cardinals Got a big win against the Mets last night at Busch Stadium. Chuck Finley, a strong start. Scott Rowland hitting his first home run as a Cardinal. Both clubs getting in late. Former Cardinal farmhand Jack Wilson in the on-deck circle, and shot to right field by Kendall on a 3-1 pitch from Simon Tachi. The Pepsi defense includes a couple of Gold Glovers out there. Jim Edmonds with 4 of them. Albert Pujols in left, J.D. Drew in right. Third baseman Scott Rowland, Edgar Renteria the shortstop, Fernando Vina at second, and Tino Martinez at first, with Eli Marrero doing the catching.
Yeah, Greg, what they're probably really most pleased with in that game yesterday, not the Rowland home run, but Finley having a strong game, because that's what they need. They need him to, to really be the type of pitcher he's been his whole career.
First base, and Jack Wilson tries to avoid the tag. Can't do that as Martinez applies it.
If they're going to go anywhere in the postseason or even get to the postseason, they have to have good, solid starting pitching, and that's been kind of an off and on deal for them this year.
As evidenced by those numbers, Bob just mentioned Simon Tachi. He was really a pleasant surprise the first half of the season, but things haven't gone as well for Simon Tachi, who played in Italy 2 years ago. In fact, he pitched for Italy in the 2000 Olympics. Giles takes ball 1 with first base open following the sacrifice by Jack Wilson, moving Kendall to second. Giles hitting .433 against St. Louis pitching this season.
There's that changeup. Good arm action on it, straight over the top. Tries to make it look just like the fastball. It's not really that much slower than his fastball. High 80s to low 80s. But it's got a little sink action to it also, right at the end. Kind of tails off.
Up high with a fastball. 3-0 on Giles. Aramis Ramirez on deck for the Pirates. Bucks want to make a statement against the first place club here. First of 4 against the Cardinals at home. Strike is called. First of 8 against St. Louis, covering the next 11 games. Pirates 52-65, a season low, 13 games under 500. And the offense has slipped again, back to tied for worst in the league with the Chicago Cubs. 3-1, and he walks Giles.
He could have bet on a changeup 3-1.
He got it, and he took it.
But Giles is sitting on that changeup. If that would have been over the plate for a strike and a real good pitch to swing at on 3-1, bell high, Giles would not have been fooled by the speed. If he would have got a fastball to hit there, might have got by him, because Giles would not have been looking for that.
Giles walks for the 90th time this season, which matches his season total of last year.
Well, Aramis Ramirez, look at his numbers, and you can exactly why Giles has all those walks. There's 9 home runs on the season, 45 RBIs for Aramis. It's a disappointing year. Runners in scoring position, 235. Last year he was among the league leaders all season in that category.
And that's ripped to left field, and it is a fair ball. And it goes into the seats for a book roll double. So Ramirez will settle for 1 RBI, but a real good start to this first inning for the Pirates.
Well, he smoked that ball. He got something up in the zone. It might have been a high changeup. Oh, just ripped it. Lucky he didn't get any air under it. Had some top spin. You can see how the ball got out there and just dove for the ground. It didn't keep climbing.
Well, Rob Makoviak now. Second and third, one out. Most of the infield will concede a run here if Makoviak can get a ground ball. You see Rolen the only one back, and the shortstop Renteria pulled well over.
Giving Makoviak the line.
8 men to the plate against Jason Simon Tachi. The Bucks lead it 3-0. Makoviak moves to second.
Keep adding on. Opportunity now for another run. Just a single. Don't try to do a whole lot with it.
Tony La Russa checking in with Jason Isringhausen. Okie Reese batting .250, 3 homers, 33 RBIs. And headed to second. Vigna makes the play. The Pirates again send 8 men to the plate. A real good start to this homestand. First of 4 with the Cardinals leading the Redbirds 3-0. Bonds 600 home run ball, but for that young baseball fan, just as much a treasure. That is a double for Aramis Ramirez. The ball bounced into the seats.
That's why you got to bring that glove. Gives you the advantage.
Ryan Meadows.
You take your glove to the games when you were little or not?
Occasionally, yeah. I was usually sitting in the upper deck and didn't think I had much of a chance.
You can bring it for looks then.
Albert Pujols, 25 homers, tied for 9th in the league. He's driven in 86. That's the 6th highest total. He's having another solid campaign. Unanimous choice for Rookie of the Year last season, Albert Pujols. Last year he had .329, 37 homers, 130 runs batted in. Swings and foul, tips the breaking ball, and does Kendall hang on? Yeah, he does. Wow, nicely done by Kendall.
Nice hook by Meadows.
Good combination.
Watch this one roll right off the table. Pujols just nicked the top of it. Kendall kept it in the webbing.
Here is Scott Rolen, traded before the deadline from the Phillies along with young pitcher Doug Nickel. The Phillies got Placido Polanco, Bud Smith, the pitcher, and veteran reliever Mike Timlin.
Plug Nickel he got?
Yeah, they got a Plug Nickel.
Is that what you said?
Doug.
Oh, Doug Nickel.
But they call him Plug. That's his nickname. 2-0 on Rolen. He rolls here at PNC Park.
Minute Maid, where's that?
Isn't that Houston's?
Oh,
park?
yeah, that's right.
Scott Rolen hitting his first home run as a Cardinal last night, giving him 18 on the season.
Sometimes you need weekly press releases to keep up with the changing names.
Pop-up foul territory, and it will drop.
Not high enough.
2-2 on Rolen, a 3-time Gold Glover. 27 years old. He had a rough 2001 season and a very difficult beginning to this year after he had informed the Phillies that he would not re-sign after they offered him a huge contract over the winter. Stays
Well,
2-2.
He stuck by his guns and wanted out. Refused the big money to get out.
He said at the time last year, he said, I'm probably a fool, an idiot for turning down that kind of money, but he just believed too strongly that the Phillies were not going to attempt to become winners. Strike 3, another breaking ball freezes Rolen. 3 in a row for Brian Meadows, 2 outs in the second inning. Tonight, well, the All-Star summer continues. 49ers wide receiver Terrell Owens checks in. We'll also hear from former Falcon Jamal Anderson. Red Wings defenseman Chris Chelios drops by. Talks about the Red Wings. Can they make one more run at Lord Stanley's Cup? Right here on Fox Sports Net tonight. Strike on Tino Martinez. Up and down this lineup, and we showed you during Sports Beat, compared the positions the Cardinals have offensively to what the Pirates have. Up and down this lineup, they have acquired pretty good players over the last handful of years. Players that have not come up through their system. Walt Jocketty, the general manager, has picked up over the last few seasons Tino Martinez as a free agent. Of course, he played with the Yankees last several campaigns. Scott Rowland, the deadline deal. Fernando Vina came over from the Brewers a couple of years ago. Edgar Renteria from the Marlins. Jim Edmonds from the Angels. Hit to left. Giles, easy play. Easy 2 innings for Brian Meadows. He's been very impressive in his first early 3 starts for the Bucks, and the Pirates lead it 3-0 going to the bottom of the second. Lead it. Caroline Bartkus of North Huntington, Pennsylvania, will be our Giant Eagle home run hitters contestant. Now that's the way to attack a bag of M&Ms.
I need some M&Ms.
I don't think she'll give you any of those. I think those are going to be hers.
Not even one?
No.
A slobbery one?
Brian Meadows leads off the bottom of the second. Oh for 4 at the plate this season. Brian Meadows, the former Marlin. Also played with the Padres and Kansas City Royals. Thought he pitched well enough to make the Twins in spring training at an ERA of about 2.5. Rolled left side, third baseman Scott Rowland. Goes 5-3, 1 up and 1 down. We invite you to go to MLB.com, the ultimate baseball website. Listen to game day audio and watch baseball's best and more exclusively at MLB.com. MLB.com. Jason Kendall at the plate, extended his hitting streak to 7 straight games.
Simon Tachi doesn't believe in too many breaking balls. He's just been almost fastball changeup to everybody. Right-hander, left-hander, doesn't make much difference. Learn that changeup in Italy, huh?
That's what they say. Two and one.
Well, what's Italian for changeup?
Sounds like an email the booth question to me.
Somebody might have to help us out.
Fisk past Simon Tachi, and second baseman Vina will throw out Jason Kendall.
It's cambio in Spanish.
Is that right?
maybe it'll be something similar.
Okay. Simon Tachi, based on his ancestry, was eligible to be on the Italian Olympic team. His great-grandparents immigrated to the United States from Milan, Italy. As we said, he spent a year in the Pirates system. Signed with an independent league club. Frontier League team in June of '98.
That would be a team similar to the Wild Things.
Yeah.
Independent League. Well, the Wild Things are tearing it up this year, too.
Yeah.
We're at the paper there. They've had every game sold out at 2.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Teak has done a heck of a job.
Yeah.
Now everybody involved in that organization
Yeah.
apparently has done a heck of a job, including the players.
Yeah. Great to see them having success.
I think it's probably has a lot to do with the hot tub that they have. It's
Probably goes into it.
yeah.
Two and two the count on Jack Wilson with 2 outs, nobody on. Sacrificed his last time up. A couple of summers back, Jack Wilson traded from the St. Louis Cardinals for Jason Christensen, who's currently on the disabled list with the San Francisco Giants.
Jason won't pitch till next spring training.
Jack Wilson's brother Andy playing in the Northern League, an independent league club. Lays off the fastball from Simon Tachi, and it runs the count to 3 and 2. Giles would be next. Hit hard, but Scott Rowland makes the play. The Pirates go down in order. Bottom third of Tony La Russa's batting order. Eli Marrero, J.D. Drew, and Simon Tachi do up.
Pittsburgh Pirates baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Dodge. Get somewhere. Grab life by the horns. Dodge. And by UPMC. Choose your healthcare as if your life depended on it.
Welcome back to the Berg. The Pirates lead the Cardinals 3-0. Eli Marrero steps in against Brian Meadows. Ryan Giles in left field, number 24 for the Pirates. I think Marcus Giles wears 22, and I think Giles, I'm not sure if Giles wore 22 or not in Cleveland or in Buffalo. Marcus Giles just called back up to the Atlanta Braves. Two on Eli Marrero.
It's an Atlanta Braves jersey. Rick.
Well, the Pirates will then very likely have that matchup. The brothers Giles. And the Pirates take on the Atlanta Braves in a couple of weeks here at PNC Park. August 27th through the 29th.
I wonder if he'll take out his brother as hard as he takes out Vigna. My guess is yes.
Eli Marrero, he can
play anywhere.
Very impressive, play anywhere, and got some pop to that bat. With all the star names now on this club, he can kind of get lost in the shuffle, but he's a dangerous hitter.
Cardinals always seem to have this kind of guy on that roster. Beats you, but doesn't get any real press.
Kind of hides behind the bushes. There's a pop up that's fouled out of play by Eli Marrero.
It's exactly what Oquendo used to be like with the Cardinals. We wouldn't talk much about him or pay much attention to him, but he would be right there in the middle of things when it came time to do something to beat you.
Marrero drove in 4 runs May the 25th in a 6-3 Cardinals win over the Pirates here at PNC Park. Fly ball to right. That's Craig Wilson. 1 down in the 3rd. We invite you to join Guy Junker and Rob King tonight after the game. Pittsburgh Sports Tonight. Find out more about the baseball situation. Steelers receiver Hines Ward unhappy because he's not getting the ball. And you'll get an update on Steelers tackle Wayne Gandy and his injured ankle. All that and more after the game. Well, I can understand being upset. 1 exhibition game. That'll be interesting to watch. I'm going to have to tune that one in. Strike is called on J.D. Drew.
One of the big things like expected of the Steelers this year. They don't need that sort of stuff coming out already.
Jeez. Drew misses the Meadows curve. Meadows from Montgomery, Alabama.
Got a good hook tonight.
Boy, oh boy. 4 Ks. 8 up and 8 down.
The curveball is just eating them up. Oh, what a beautiful pitch. Right at the knees. Kind of backdoored it a little bit. Kept it outside. That pitch looks like it just goes straight down. But in reality, there is some right to left break to it. It's just our camera angle doesn't show that break. So that's what I mean by it stayed outside. It came in over that outside corner.
And the pitcher with a possible hit. Oh, the Bucks might have gotten a big call at first from Rick Reed as Pokey Reese stayed with it. Knocked it down. Brian Meadows appreciates the play. And the Pirates still lead it 3-0. 9 up, 9 down for Brian Meadows. For the 3rd inning, and Brian Giles will lead off.
Left fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Brian Giles. He's been hitting pretty good the past years. And he's a very good defensive player.
That's a pretty good scouting report on him. A pretty serious one.
Well, he's a Yankee scout, obviously. Didn't we give out a whole bunch of those hats the other day? They were kind of a khaki color. Oh, wow. Yankee fans are everywhere.
Yankee fan probably wishes Giles were wearing pinstripes.
So does George, I bet.
Yeah. Giles, Ramirez, Makoviak. Bucks scoring 3 first-inning runs against Jason Simon Tachi.
George could probably get him if you wanted him.
How much you want to pay?
Send half the team
Yeah.
over here.
'61 extra base hits to lead the National League. He's 3rd in on-base percentage, 4th in slugging. And kind of a slow road trip for Brian Giles with just 4 hits and 17 at bats, but continues to get on base
Ball hadn't
a
been
lot.
going over the fence
No.
with any regularity for a while now for Brian.
Sitting on 29.
Talk about it a little bit. Throw one over the fence. Not this time. That's a changeup. Brian does not agree with Bill Wilkie's call. Or is that Bill Wilkie?
It is.
You could see the grip on that changeup, the Italian change. We still haven't got any emails, though. We got to give out the email address so we can find out Italian for changeup.
Strike is called.
It's got to be close to Cambio, though, right? Like Italian,
Yeah.
Spanish, French, they're like the Romance.
Latin derivatives.
Romance language.
Yeah.
Oh, similar type.
Mhm. Appeal. Well, first base umpire Rick Reed said he went. Ramirez doesn't agree with it. 1-2 with 1 out. Ramirez, the double, bounced over the wall in the first inning. Hits this one sharply, but rolling there for the out. Well, if you would like to contact the announcers or production team with your questions or comments, or if you know what Italian changeup is, go to foxsports.com on Lycos, keyword Pirates Booth. Foxsports.com on Lycos, keyword Pirates Booth.
Our screener's first name is Mark. Be nice to him.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't let you go, then you can be mean to him. If he doesn't put it through in timely fashion.
Marco Vidanico.
He is very picky on what
Oh,
he
yeah.
allows us to see. Very picky.
Yep.
I think Marcus from old Rome, though.
Yeah.
Marcus Vidanicus.
Simon Tachi gets Makoviak.
Get the changeup going a little bit now. They're a little tougher.
Still 3-0 Pittsburgh. You're watching Fox Sports Net's exclusive coverage of the Pittsburgh Pirates. First of 4 with the first place Cardinals. Pirates scoring 3 first-inning runs. The Aflac trivia question. Enos Country Slaughter passed away early this morning, and our trivia question involves Enos Slaughter, the mad dash, scoring from first base, Game 7 of the 46 World Series against the Red Sox. Who hit the ball? The 8th inning of Game 7 World Series, one of baseball's most famous plays. Enos Country Slaughter passing away early this morning. Cardinals have just been absolutely devastated by the passing of some of their former star players. Enos Slaughter was 86 years old in declining health. Obviously, the big shocker this year was the tragic death of Darryl Kyle in his hotel room in Chicago earlier this summer. Jack Buck, the great voices of the game, passed away. Darrell Porter, the former Cardinal, was found dead in the Kansas City area last week. Enos Slaughter, Hall of Fame career, 19 seasons, 13 of them with the Cardinals, 10 consecutive All-Star games. Fly ball to left center. Giles. Nina pops up for the second time. Brian Meadows continues to get the job done in his third start for the Pirates.
The little Cardinal bunch, was that the Gas House gang?
I thought that was in the
That was
20s,
back then.
the late 20s, the Gas House game.
That was a Cardinal team that had that.
Yes, yeah.
That nickname for a while. Well, that's another thing you can email the booth about. Let us know which Cardinal club was the Gas House game. Kind of a Aflac trivia question B.
This is fouled off by Edgar Renteria.
Well, that's an impressive curveball that Meadows keeps throwing.
Renteria, former teammate. Meadows in Florida, Marlins.
Yeah, things don't always work out like this. They could, though. Meadows could have a very impressive last 6 weeks up here with the club. Dave Williams, Ryan Vogelsong. Next spring could be very healthy, ready to pitch, impressive. It could be a very crowded bunch trying for 5 spots in the starting rotation. A great problem to have. Sure would. They sent Sean Lowe down now to get some starts, so he'll probably throw his hat into the ring.
Kip Wells, Dave Williams looking on, and there's a base hit, the first base runner. A 1-out single in the 4th for Edgar Renteria.
Not surprising that Renteria is the guy who gets the first hit tonight. Excellent numbers against Meadows.
Now Jim Edmonds.
Second time through. See if the guys see how the hitters can adjust to that curveball. See if they start just forgetting about the fastball a little bit and sitting on that hook, since they're so futile with getting it in play that first time through. When you're a starting pitcher, you go back and forth. Good changeup right there. That's a beauty. The hitter, little cat and mouse game. They make their adjustments. You got to make your adjustments. There are some starting pitchers that just have that great power stuff and they don't adjust to nothing. They go out, they pitch their game with their great arm. That's it.
Well, Edmond goes the other way, and Giles cuts it off. Renteria heading to third, and Edmonds into second base with a 1-out double.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Edmonds made an adjustment. He got the hook and he didn't try to pull it, didn't pull off. He's trying to shoot the ball into left. That's how you stay on a breaking ball. Look, here's the curve ball, great break to it, and he just kept the front shoulder locked down and drives it the other way. That is making an adjustment. You don't swing like this for the fastball. He's looking hooked the whole time and just going to line it in the left field. You saw the break of that pitch. That is just as good a curveball as he's thrown all night. But Edmonds, knowing, hey, this guy's got a great hook tonight, I'm going to look for it. I'm just going to stay back, try to drive the ball the other way.
Hopped up by Albert Pujols, their leading RBI man. Kevin Young makes the catch in fair territory, just straddling the line. Pujols is a big out, number 2.
Big out. And now the big difference in that lineup. Rowland hitting right behind him. Yeah, Greg, J.D. Drew seems to have not come through for the Cardinals in the way that they would like him to. Him hitting 8th almost looks like a little show of disappointment in him. I wonder if they would dangle somebody like Drew out there, especially now that they have Rowland, in search of more pitching. And if not this year, maybe before next season. It's definitely an option they have. You've got to believe before they go to spring training next year, they'll try to upgrade this pitching staff. Not done as well as they wished.
You're getting Woody Williams back soon, they hope.
Drew is one of those guys with just fantastic baseball skills.
Look out, Bucko dugout.
Nobody would have had time to get out of the way of that one. Oh, it did go in the dugout, Greg. It was a cameraman,
All right,
cameraman shot.
Watch it, guys. They're quick. Yep, they're fine. Drilled to left field by Rolen.
Hook foul.
A home run to tie it up on a 1-2 pitch. Scott Rolen. It's his 19th of the year.
Unbelievable how quick that happened. He just gave up his first hit of the night 3 hitters ago, and now it's 3-3. Oh, I was giving it my best body language, leaning that way, trying to get this ball to hook. Very shallow down the line, and you can hear it hit the pole. Didn't have to see it. Hook, 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 hook. Oh, it didn't hit the pole. What did it hit back there that made that noise?
It hit one of the bleachers.
I thought that noise was the foul pole. That was fair by 10 feet. Oh, I was yelling at it to hook. Now that one didn't have a chance.
1 ball, 1 strike, and Scott Rolen's 19th of the year, his second as a Cardinal. His first came last night.
This place is so wired for sound. Listen. That's what I thought was the foul pole. There is nowhere in this ballpark you can get away from the microphones. It is incredible. You watch a game on Fox at PNC Park. It's as close as you can to sitting here in the stands. Even better.
It's closer because you don't hear that.
Yeah. You don't hear that sitting over here on the right field side. So that's a big mic. You can see this right there pointing out toward the home plate area, but they're scattered and hid. They have mics hid in the padding of the wall.
Line drive by Tino Martinez. That is just foul, but that came close to being extra bases and a little bit of height.
Look at that mic right there. Let's see how tiny that is. Right on the foul pole. That's how you heard that ball hit the #1 Cochran sign. Look, see how tiny it is? Those mics are all over the place. That's what brings you the sound. Big Brother is listening.
Yeah. Martinez is at 13 home runs. Brian Meadows, the long ball, has been a problem at times in his career. He gave up 31 home runs in 1999 with the Florida Marlins. The next year gave up 32 combined with the Padres and Royals.
Now, even at a young age, you look at his stats, and he did come up and was doing some extensive pitching at a young age. As I said before, he's 26. He's already thrown over 100 major league starts. Even younger, he never was a guy that walked too many people. And a lot of times when you find somebody, especially a youngster, that throws a lot of strikes and does not walk many, he will give up a lot of home runs.
This is a hit to right by Martinez.
And we've seen that this year from Josh Fogg. Josh, for the most part, throws a lot of strikes, and he gives up some home runs.
Sonia from Spartansburg, Pennsylvania wants to know, hey, Bob, how much is your rookie baseball card worth?
Well, you know what's weird about... Oh, that's Spartansburg, PA. Spartanburg, South Carolina is where I played my first game ever. See, we got microphones up here, too.
How about that?
They're not as well hid.
It's crazy.
Not as well hid.
It's nutty.
I guess it's about 32, 33 cents, probably.
Not bad.
Depends on... Now, that's with a signature on it. I have autograph.
Ah.
Without the autograph, probably worth $1 or $2.
Wild pitch. Kicks off the limestone and rolls well into foul territory up the third baseline.
And limestone has all kinds of angles. It's just kind of a natural stone facing, and you can get some crazy bounces left and right. See all the nooks and crannies. Looks like an English muffin. Just want to put some butter on it. You like English muffins?
Love them. But Finn Williams doesn't care to see what he's seeing.
No. Sven's enjoying the heck out of this ball game till about 10 minutes ago. He was loving what he was seeing. Sven's just telling him right now, you got to regroup. There's 2 outs. Get this inning over and we can start over. It is a fresh ball game.
Brian Meadows, 26 years old. Marlins picked him in 1994, the 3rd round. He actually got an extra pick as compensation for the Rockies when they signed free agent infielder Walt Weiss. And Eli Marrero takes a ball. When
No, that's not my first card. See,
that one's worth a little more.
Dennis wanted to know if that's worth 36 cents. That's one of the newer cards. That one's probably worth maybe 6 cents. Rookie card has a bad old Philly uniform.
Hey.
All right. Sold. I'll bring it tomorrow. I could use the 6 cents too.
Grounded to short. Jack Wilson throws on to first. After the first out was recorded, a base hit, a double, and then with 2 outs, Scott Rowland homered to tie it at 3.
Same kids got the Ramirez double. That's this one over here, and right there, that's the Rowland home run ball. You got to bring your glove to the ballpark.
And then you can do that.
Yep.
Aflac trivia question. Whose hit led to Enos Slaughter's mad dash, scoring from first base in Game 7 of the 1946 World Series against the Red Sox?
No idea.
Go-ahead run on what really was a single from first base. Harry the Hat, former Pirates manager, Harry Walker had the hit. Johnny Pesky took the relay throw in.
Cardinals have some kind of history and tradition, don't they?
Oh.
They are kind of close to the Yankees of the National League. they can absolutely do no wrong in their hometown. They are worshipped.
Another guy went into the Hall of Fame this summer, Ozzie Smith. They unveiled a statue the other day in front of Bush.
And I think they have everybody that's been on the Cardinals that's in the Hall of Fame has a statue. A statue. A statue.
You
I don't know.
nut.
Oh, yeah, this is getting nutty.
Well, the Simon Tachi, you can see on the right shirt sleeve the initials, Jack Buck. With another email, Brad Reedy from DuBois, PA. Italian phrase for changeup, as Kevin Young looks at a fastball for strike 3 called. The changeup is convertir, salire, gettare.
That's a little wordy for me. You know, we got to break it down to some kind of a nickname. Wonder what you just. What do you think you just said in Italian?
I don't think I like it. I'm not so sure that should have passed the mustard.
Our screener says it's solid. It's
Yeah,
changed up.
okay. Fly ball to right field by Craig Wilson. 2 outs. Well, tomorrow it's game 2 of the series against the St. Louis Cardinals. Come out to the Adecco deck from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. Enjoy complimentary services from Kaufman Styling Salons, plus the question and answer session with a current Pirates player. For tickets, call 877-893-BUCKS or visit PittsburghPirates.com. 877-893-BUCKS. Mookie Reese lined out to second base his first time. 2-0. Grounds it into right field. Looked as though Fernando Vina could never get his footing. Like he's on a conveyor belt.
He was.
One of those cartoons like the Roadrunner. And the Coyote. Simon Tachi pitched for the Coyotes.
He'd feather the clutch a little bit more if he's going to give it that much throttle.
Pitcher Brian Meadows to the plate. Simon Tachi, starting pitcher for the Albertson College Coyotes in Idaho. Not out of play. Simon Tachi came up from AAA Memphis first week of May. Meadows swings and misses. So both of these pitchers have had opportunities with the Minnesota Twins. Both were released by the Twins organization, though Meadows asked for his. After not making the pitching staff out of spring training. And he goes down on strikes. So Pokey Reese singles with 2 outs, and Simon Tachi registers his 4th K. 4 innings. 3-3 Bucks and Cards. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates. A 3-3 ball game, Pirates and Cardinals. Buck scored 3 first-inning runs. Brian Meadows was perfect through 3. Retired the first 10 men he faced.
I'm going to go get some cotton candy.
All right.
I'll wait till there's 3 outs, and then I'm going to go. You want some?
I'll just take yours. Drew chops it to the right side. Kevin Young flips to Meadows and not in time to get J.D. Drew.
Looked like Meadows slowed up maybe the last 2 steps just to kind of make sure of the play. There's the toss. He just got beat. You know, anytime a guy with speed sees that pitcher covering the bag, they know they got a chance. Well, I don't know, Greg.
I don't know either.
In fact, it looks like Drew actually stepped on Meadows, and that's why Meadows was limping.
Yeah.
I think he stepped right on the side of his foot.
Oh, nobody out.
Surprised Meadows didn't have something to say about that with Rick Reed. I would have definitely pointed out, well, if he beat me, how did he step on my foot? I always had something to say.
Meadows. Strong resemblance facially to Dan Plesac, former Pirate left-hander, now with the Phillies. A good view of him there, that close-up. Simon Tachi. Trying to drop down a sacrificio. But 2-0 the count.
You just looked that one up?
No, I figured that would be. You can guess a lot too, you know.
Look it up, see if you're right. Kevin Young is very aggressive.
And now swinging away.
Ooh, trying to go by
Boy.
Kevin.
Kevin Young coming in, and so swinging away. Jason Simon Tachi.
As well as Drew can run, though, it's not going to take a great bunt to move him up. That's one thing with him playing in that, or hitting in that number 8 spot. He's an easy guy to bunt to second. It's kind of like Pokey Reese. Just get it down someplace in fair territory. He's fast enough. It'd be a horrible bunt for someone to throw him out.
Stabbed and missed, 2-2. There's Jose Oquendo.
Secret weapon.
Oh, it got him. Hooked him, didn't it? Looked like it. Leadoff infield hit, then a strikeout as they weren't able to advance the runner. We'll keep it here on Fox Sports Net. The All-Star summer continues. 49ers wide receiver Terrell Owens checks in. Jamal Anderson, the former Falcon. Red Wings defenseman Chris Chelios. Maybe they can get one more run at Lord Stanley's Cup. Tonight tonight right here on Fox Sports Net. Runner checked at first base by Brian Meadows. Drew has stolen 8 bases in 10 tries. Bobby Valentine argued last night, I believe it was last night or the night before, that Fernando Vina didn't make any attempt to get out of the way of a pitch that led to a rally. He's been hit 13 times this season.
Fernando and about a dozen other guys in the slate never moved. Some guys, Biggio, they move into the pitch to get hit, try to get hit.
Biggio leads the league with 15. He's usually up there. Vina second. 2-1.
It's hard for me to understand how a left-handed hitter though can get hit by so many pitches, because facing righties all the time. But he manages it. Seen in a big league game where somebody got hit and it was just called a ball. I don't recall. It's happened, obviously, but I don't think I've ever witnessed it. I saw it happen in a game down at Dreamweek. And this was a crazy ending. This ended the game. The hitter got hit with the pitch. The umpire said you didn't get out of the way of it. You were standing in the strike zone, so it's strike 3 and the game was over.
Good night.
Ended the game. Getting hit by a pitch, he struck out into the game. Yeah. Now that's the stuff that happens at Dreamweek.
Runner goes and it's hit into right field. J.D. Drew heads to third. Vina singles to right.
Not a good time to have Renteria coming to the plate with his numbers against Meadows. One thing that Renteria does do is ground into double plays, 16 of them this year. And that's what we're looking for right now.
Well, all kinds of numbers. Throw out at you.
Let's get some more out there. Come on.
He's 7 of 9 against Meadows. You gave the number about double plays. He's 5th in the league in hitting with runners in scoring position. So what gives? Just foul. Renteria will need a new stick. I'm talking to bullpen coach Bruce Tanner. First and third, 1 out. Back at first. Renteria's last year with the Florida Marlins was Meadows' first season in the big leagues, when Meadows went 11-13 with a 5.21 ERA in 31 starts. Renteria was dealt before the '99 season.
Is that the fire sale year?
Yeah. Balls and a strike on Renteria. Jim Edmonds on deck.
breaking up that World Series team, trying to start over again. Within a couple of years, everybody was scattered all around the league.
And a lot of people figured Dave Dombrowski did a great job in acquiring talent.
He brought some great young talent into the organization.
But a lot of people thought it was going to happen quicker than it has. That talent was coming in. A lot of people thought they'd make the run last year.
And last year, it did look like they were starting to. The super young arms in that rotation. Something has gone awry in South Florida.
Two and two on Renteria. Another base hit. The Cardinals have the lead. Singles to right to bring home J.D. Drew. 4-3 St. Louis.
Cardinals have gotten all 7 of their base hits just in the last inning and a third.
And that's going to be it for Meadows. Joe Beimel is going to come on. Meadows not able to get the last 2 outs in the 5th inning. He leaves trailing 4-3. St. Louis leads it. Brian Meadows exits, and now it is Joe Beimel try and put out the fire.
To Joe's numbers, Meadows couldn't get any run support first couple of games. Pitched pretty well. Gave him 3 runs to work with right from the very first inning. Couldn't make him hold up. Now Joe has come in to see if he can do a little damage control.
Joe Beimel has done a good job against Jim Edmonds. 0 for 6, 2 walks in his career versus Jim Edmonds.
Remember when I was talking about the camera angle and that break of Meadows' ball looks like it goes straight down. The camera angle works the opposite with the lefties breaking ball. It makes their ball look like it really has a big horizontal sweep to it. When Sarbeck gets out there, it looks like his breaking ball starts about 2 feet behind the left-hand hitter and sweeps all the way to the outside corner. So it exaggerates that look. The right-hander's curved ball looks like it's going straight down.
Into right center field. Another hit for the Cardinals. Another run scores, and it's 5-3. Edmonds, with his 2nd hit of the night, brings home Fernando Vina.
Pistachios to crack at these next 2 hitters. This could be just a horrible inning for the Pirates.
Strike on Pujols. Struck out, popped up against Brian Meadows. His line is not yet complete. He's given up 5 and responsible for Renteria at first. Third. Okay. Brian Meadows.
If I ever say anything wrong, make sure you point it out.
No, can't do that. I get in trouble. Get emails. Lined into left center field. That's hit very hard and all the way to the notch. Renteria scores. Edmonds comes home. He scores a 2-run double for Pujols.
When they bounce through like that fast on natural grass, you know the ball was just rocketed. Ball gets through the gap like it's artificial surface, like we're still playing over in Three River Stadium. How hard that ball was hit by Pujols. Normally you'll see the grass slow it down quite a bit, but not that one. Easily got to the wall.
28 doubles for Pujols, 7-3 Cardinals. And now Scott Rowland.
Oh, no.
Now they will walk him intentionally. First base open, and the left-hand hitting Tino Martinez on deck. Six runs against Brian Meadows. Now they're going to check and see if Bimel's okay. And Biggerstaff, head trainer, trots out. Manzanillo warms.
Bill Wilkie say no trip. I was watching the conversation, forgot to look at him. I assume that's not going to be a trip. Normally don't charge that when the trainer goes out.
First baseman Kevin Young. 2 outs.
Too bad that could have been hit just a little bit harder. Got a double play out of it.
First base open. Eli Marrero at the plate, and the left-hand hitting J.D. Drew on deck.
This is a big at bat here in this game. I guess that's kind of a, what do we call that, understatement? But a base hit here, well, that makes it super tough. Drives in 2 more runs in this inning.
Lefties at 231 clip is 231, 263 against righties. Three and one the count. Righties hitting Beimold at 254 clip. Lefties at a 243 average, and now the Pirates decide to walk Marrero intentionally. are loaded for J.D. Drew.
Well, that's a good number for us to look at. Not hit well in these situations.
Ball and a strike on Drew with the bases loaded.
Drew's got that kind of talent that he could become a superstar in this league instead of just a good, solid player, which he has become.
Oh, a nice play by Kevin Young. Well, that saves a couple more runs. 10 men come to the plate. Pirates now trail this game 7-3.
It's the bottom of the 5th, and Jason Kendall is leading off here in PMC Ballpark. Now, Jason Kendall singled and scored and grounded out to second.
Huh, he looks the same place I do to find out what's going on. With the scoreboard.
Five-time All-Star.
About that, I'd say we're in trouble.
That's where I get all my information during the game. I look at the scoreboard. He has singled and scored, grounded to second.
Andrew Bresbleniak of Newcastle, PA, is the Giant Eagle home run hitters contestant.
Bleniak or Beniak?
Don't know. Andrew, I'm sorry if we butchered your name. Did the best we could.
No, I think that was close.
All right. Well, the Pirates are 4 runs down. I guess you'd say still close. It's early enough.
Well, the way they were swinging the bats against Simon Tachi in that first inning, you would think they would come right back. 4 runs wouldn't be that big of a deal. Maybe that's the start right there.
Second hit of the game for Jason Kendall. Update that scoreboard. It is the 6th hit for Pittsburgh. Jack Wilson has sacrificed and grounded out. Hit the ball hard last time up, but Scott Rowland made the play.
Jack Wilson, a long look down. Trent June at third base. The Pirates have shown over the last couple of years that the scoreboard, as far as the score, will not deter them from staying with the running game. Even though they're down by 4 runs. Hit and run, or even a straight steal, not out of the question. Again, a lot of signs. You think you'd be good at getting signs, Greg?
Awful. How are you, Bob?
Max sign. I never missed a sign. The key to not missing the signs is know what's possible and look for it. Don't watch all that other stuff. You get all messed up.
Runner goes, the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, and the throw was high. And the Pirates get a stolen base out of it for Jason Kendall.
Hit and run was on. signs we looked at was the hit and run sign. Wilson does not make contact, and you can see that Kindle, because it was a hit and run, was going to be out by a mile with a good throw. Vina having to go get it, keep it out of center field. No chance of making a tag. Cash in on that mistake now.
And the Pirates, thanks to Jack Wilson, get a hit, putting runners at first and third. And they are definitely in business now.
Well, Jack misses the hit and run, but it worked out. The poor throw. Marrero couldn't do anything about it, and then Jack gets the base hit, so it worked out very nicely here.
Another trip to the mound from Dave Duncan. And the Cardinals are going to get a former Pirate farmhand up, and Matt Duff.
This guy played in the minors for the Pirates.
That's what you told me. Your research before the game, I didn't look to double check. Just assumed you were telling me the truth.
You never let me come up with anything. You always have to beat me to the punch.
Hey, you're the one that gave us that information.
He was signed by the Pirates in 1997 as a non-drafted free agent. Remained with the Pirates through 2000.
Brian Giles now with the Pirates down 7-3. Nobody out. Kendall at third. Wilson at first.
Well, the University of Mississippi.
Looking for more information, Bob Walk, on Matt Duff's professional career as we go along here tonight. Brian Giles trying to pick up his 30th home run.
I've saved some things for later.
I hope so. I hope.
You think that's all I know?
I know you've got some stuff. Last home run hit by Brian Giles was August the 3rd. It was against Jason Schmidt, Giants. Left center field, catch made, and tagging and going to third, scoring from third, and taking advantage of the throw is Jack Wilson. As Brian Giles will get the sacrifice fly, it makes it 7-4. Albert Pujols.
You see that shot of La Russa? He is not a happy man.
Shaking his head like, what in the world was that all about?
Not a happy man. You get a 4-run lead.
Pujols taking the catch from Edmonds and then deciding he's going to try and throw home.
Just throw the ball to second base, keep the double play in order. You get a 4-run lead.
Bucks will take it.
There you see Tony looking out there, mumbling to himself. Out a little bit. Poor throw by Marrero. Throw to the wrong spot there by Pujols. Of course, we got to cash it in now with a base hit. It's the kind of things that get you back into a ball game if you can take advantage of them. The other team making some mistakes.
Well, they had Vina played perfectly, and Jack Wilson taking off on that hit.
And now we make a mistake.
And Wilson is doubled off at second base. 7-4 St. Louis.
Pittsburgh Pirates baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Chrysler. Drive equals love. And by Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Back at PNC Park where the Pirates are down 7-4.
Looks like my hair. Mark told me I needed to get a haircut. I got the 9 o'clock appointment Wednesday. I got all kinds of information.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Busy up on-
Well, let's
it's-
hear. I
it's
wanna
as
hear what-
soon as they could get me in.
I know, but I want to see what
Wednesday.
you're doing tomorrow. Some other things. Errands.
Just sleeping, feeding the dog,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Ron Malone, the new pitcher.
Same thing you do. Sleep all day.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Simon Tachi right at that 200 mark. Those pitchers look at 200 like regular hitters look at 300.
We invite you to join Guy Junker and Rob King right after the game for Pittsburgh Sports Tonight. Find out the latest on baseball's labor situation. Steelers receiver Hines Ward is unhappy because he's not getting the ball. And you'll get an update on Steelers tackle Wayne Gandy and his injured ankle. All that and more after the game on Pittsburgh Sports Tonight.
How many downs did he play?
Oh, no.
Not for that long. Running back anyway. Got to throw him the ball. You can't give it to him. Nice little running grab by Mr. Wilson.
Ron Malone facing Edgar Renteria, who has 2 of the 9 Cardinals hits.
What happened over there? Reed.
Will the signs fall off?
Something. I don't know.
Yeah, padding fell off the top of that one. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS.
That padding just doesn't fall off. I think there's some hanky-panky involved. Get another shot of the people sitting behind that padding. That's some guilty-looking faces to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. There he is.
Renteria with a base hit to left. 3 hits tonight for the Cardinals shortstop.
Got him out. Remember, it was that bullet that he hit down at Ramirez at third.
Yeah. First 3 innings, the Cardinals went down 1-2-3. And then with 1 out in the 4th, the action started against the starting pitcher, Brian Meadows. Renteria singled. This guy, Edmonds, doubled. And with 2 outs, Roland homer to tie the game at 3. They chased Meadows in the 5th inning following the Renteria RBI single. Edmonds faced Joe Beimel and promptly singled home a run off the left-hander.
You would think Renteria would run here. He leads the team in steals with 16. 2 outs. A lot of times when you get a lefty up like Edmonds, you don't run to keep that hole open for him to hit the ball through. But the Pirates don't hold the runner on anyway. So.
A shot. Diving play by Pokey Reese. He robs Jim Edmonds of a hit.
Pokey closes that hole up pretty well, too.
Pokemon does it again. Another pretty play from Pokey Reese. Diving to his left to rob Edmonds. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-4 Cardinals. Cardinals up 7-4. There's Dave Williams. He's part of our UPMC injury update. Find out. Get an update about Dave Williams.
I'm doing a lot of just range of motion. Not fully, I guess you could say, rotating my shoulder yet. I'm about 90 degrees. So by the end of the therapy, I guess, you know, I should be able to circle my arm, and I have to be cleared by Dr. Andrews to throw. So that's going to be one of the keys to get ready to go down and see him.
Dave Williams. Bob, you talked to him before the game about how that injury rehab was coming along.
Middle of August, we're all about 90 degrees. So surprising of that. He seems to be in very, very good spirits. He wants to get back out there and knows that he's going to have to wait, put his time in, like everybody else has. Hope to play a little catch before November is over. Wants to maybe start throwing off a mound when they go down in January for that the early workouts. Can't think what to call them. What's the name of them, Rick? Come on.
I don't know. Minicamp?
Minicamp. Minicamp. I guess that's what they call it.
Two and two on Rob Makoviak. Singled in the run in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd. Bucks trail 7-4. Koviak's first start in over a week. Injured that right side on a tremendous throw to the plate. Previous homestand, and he is down on strikes. Rob Makoviak leads the team in strikeouts, around 91 of them. Coors Light, what's on tap? Well, Bucks and Cardinals tomorrow. Matt Morris on the hill for St. Louis against Jimmy Anderson. Fox Sports Net coverage begins at 6:30 with Sports Beat. And don't forget Girls Night Out on the Adecco deck, just above the Outback Steakhouse in left field. There it is.
A little lonely up there tonight. Not sure if there's anybody sitting up there. I don't see anyone at all.
Girls Night Out has become a pretty popular promotion.
It will
here.
be packed.
That's hit to left. Foul, out of play.
All those styling saloons that they set up.
Kind of a new thing.
Very popular.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was Bill Wilkie wanting to take a look and see what Simon Tachi was doing with the baseball. It almost looked, was he rubbing it on the side of his pants? You can't do that. You can't rub the ball on the uniform. I thought I saw him do that, rub it down his leg. Nice to have a bad habit of walk behind the mound at Three Rivers, and I would just kind of bounce the ball off the turf, you know, because it was real bouncy like a basketball. Umpires didn't like that either.
Kevin Young in the left field, drops in front of Pujols. This Friday night, spectacular post-game fireworks show courtesy of UPMC. For tickets, call 877-893-BUCKS or visit PittsburghPirates.com. That's Friday night here at PNC Park following the 7:05 game against the Milwaukee Brewers. You can also visit PittsburghPirates.com or stop by PNC Park ticket office. Eli Marrero has gone out to talk with Simon Tachi before Craig Wilson steps in.
And he's not going to continue. Duncan has already pointed to the dugout.
The bullpen?
He pointed to the dugout and then the bullpen. Both of them. He had both hands up.
That's kind of weird. Pitching coach kind of goes out, points to both. That's kind of a new thing.
Like a scarecrow.
Yeah. 7-4 Cardinals. New pitcher is Mike Crudale. Simon Tachi goes 5 1/3, gives up 8 hits, 4 runs, responsible for Kevin Young at first.
Where's Duff at? I was all ready for Duff. Got all my info here. You're going to have to tell us about Crudale.
All right, I like doing that. What you and Steve do. Well, this is Crudale's 30th appearance.
Wow.
He's 2-0 at 1.38 ERA.
I don't do that on TV. You know.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
You know why? It's
I don't pay any attention.
the graphic is up. You don't need to. But that's the radio. You read the stats.
Well, what can you tell us about the cap of the Crudale cap, Bob?
It's a very dirty cap. It's got a lot of what do you call that stuff? Rosin, all banged across the back of it.
Crudale facing Craig Wilson, rookie right-hander.
The pitchers and the hitters over the last few years, they're in competition to see how much gunk and stuff they can have all over their batting helmets, uniforms. Look at the helmet of Wilson, covered with pine tar.
They got a piece of him. He's hit by the pitch.
You could hear it, didn't see it. Double tap. Listen. The second time. First time, no sound. Now listen. Just nick the uniform. And that's what the umpire has to go by, his ears. He has to listen for that.
One out, Pokey Reese at the plate, trying to get at least a run home. Cut into that lead.
Abraham Nunez coming out on deck. He will pinch hit. Looks like Rios also has a bat. He's down in the dugout. Pirates have a big room down underneath where they can go to get loose. Pinch hitters can. They got a tee down there, big net. They can hit balls into the net. Used to have television down in that room, but it broke. Bad place to put television.
Keep the TVs away from the bats.
The whole place down there is armored. Drinking fountains, everything. You would have thought common sense was, hey, this is not a place for a TV.
Runners break, and they got A great jump.
Huge jump, and we saw it.
Double steal. Kevin Young into third. Craig Wilson into second.
You saw Kevin Young take off well before Crudell went home. There's it. Oh, he had just a nice big jump about 2 steps before Crudell even moved toward the plate. That could have been a fastball right down the middle, and there would have been nothing at all that Marrero could have done to stop it. Stop the steal.
Oki Reese pops it up and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is the 3rd steal of the season for Kevin Young, the 2nd for Craig Wilson. Field, J.D. Drew is there. Pirates score another run, sac fly for Pokey Reese. So the double steal leads to that run. Makes it 7-5.
Well, they tried to strike Pokey up with a high fastball. He was trying to go by him upstairs. Marrero, very high target. But if you don't get the strikeout, then that's a great pitch to lift to the outfield, and that's what Reese did. Kind of a gamble trying to throw one by somebody up and away like that. Runner at third base.
It will be Armando Rios to bat for Ron Vallone with a runner at second and 2 outs. Rios and a couple other players were out for extra batting practice this afternoon, despite the fact that many of the players didn't get into their homes until probably around 4 o'clock. The flight landed in from the West Coast about 3 in the morning. Dave Duncan out. Armando Rios, 1 hit in 20 at-bats in the 7 games he's played since coming off the disabled list from 10 days ago. And as you see, he's still in search of his first Pirate homer. Takes a ball. Mike Crudell. Rios has done a decent job in his career as a pinch hitter, with 5 career home runs in this role. And historically, he's thrived in these situations with runners in scoring position, an excellent .325 career batting average. 2-0 the count.
He's being very selective right now, not going after anything that's down out of the strike zone. Now he can really afford to pick his pitch. Front the count 2-0. Not only for a certain pitch, but make sure it's in a certain spot.
Lays off. It's 3-0. Pirates haven't done a very good job at all in this role, pinch hitters. Pinch hitters batting .161 this season for the Pirates. On a 3-0 pitch, Rios was swinging away. And he flies out to right center. Bucks get a run. Head to the 7th inning. They trail the Cardinals 7-5. You're watching Fox Sports Net's exclusive coverage of the Pittsburgh Pirates PNC Park. 7-5 Cardinals, and the Pirates have their 4th pitcher of the night out there.
Jose Manzanillo coming in.
Show you the Manzanillo numbers. The CEO of PNC was out earlier today. Jim Rohr getting in some early hitting. A little instruction from Lloyd McClendon, a former batting coach, and Rohr taking some hacks. Great day for the big man at PNC. Now Jose Manzanillo, who's becoming a big man in the Pirates bullpen, are getting a bigger role.
Been in 12 games. His ERA is 7.50. 12 innings pitched, 18 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. What's wrong, Greg?
I just read the numbers.
I did that for you.
Manzanillo trying to keep this game a 2-run deficit.
Well, when we're on the radio, that's Steve and I's job, right?
Is it? Strike 1 on Albert Pujols.
When I first started this, I didn't do that, and I was told that that's something I had to do.
No, somebody really told you
Yes.
that? Pujols went down and got it. Into left field, a leadoff single for Pujols. His 2nd hit of the night. Now Scott Rowland.
You know, I've pointed this out a few times this year about Manzi. We'll do it again now. When he pitched, it was very successful with us the last couple of years. He really, at times, had from a very good to almost an overpowering fastball. He would pitch pretty consistently at about 93, 95 miles an hour on the radar gun. And if you watch now up there in the box when the radar number comes in on his fastball, you see a lot of 88s and 89s. He just has not got his velocity back from when he had the arm problems coming off the DL. So he's had to try and pitch a different style than he is used to in the past. Crispin has talked to him about it a lot. You can't power the fastball through the strike zone in fastball counts. You got to go to the off speed, the slow stuff when they're sitting on a fastball, and use the straight one when they're looking for the curveball. You got to pitch what they call backwards when you don't have that power that you used to. Well, hopefully, eventually, as the season wears on, those numbers will come up.
6, 4, and 3. They turn the double play.
That did not look like a double play ball off the bat. Great job. Wilson and Reese again. They have turned some good double plays this year. Reese has a very strong arm coming up as a shortstop. He can really just use his arm strength and whip the ball over the first base. Doesn't have to really get a lot of body into it.
Strike on Tino Martinez, the man who replaced Don Mattingly, first base for the New York Yankees. Now essentially replacing Mark McGwire, the St. Louis Cardinals, though hasn't played every day. There's a drive hit deep. Tino Martinez into the ninth and over the wall for his 14th of the year. Cardinals get one of those runs back. It's 8-5.
Well, that's it. Fastball. I think I didn't look at the radar speed, but I think it was just a heater. been getting away with too many fastballs up in the strike zone. That one about belt high. Home runs have been a problem here for Manzi since his return. I think that's his 5th so far, if I remember what I said during the reading of the stats. Of course, you stole my stat page. I don't even have one now. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is.
Wow.
Sorry. Accused you wrongly.
Again.
It is Manzi's 5th home run.
Third base. Ramirez will be charged with an error. His 14th.
Some errors you just kind of say, well, that's just baseball. That was not a good one. This ball just rolling along the ground off the end of the bat. Ramos just did not stay down on it. The glove was on the ground, and he just brought it up and let the ball slide underneath.
And almost trying to play it off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Errors now for Ramos Ramirez on the season. He committed 25 last year. Talking about this, I think the other day with Steve, that it's like Ramirez seems to have that bat start to come around the last 3 weeks or so. Then his glove goes south. 0-2 on Drew.
I think the important thing for the Pirates is that bat. I mean, that has really hurt the club this year. His bat missing. They counted on him big time in that number 4 spot. And that is job one for next season and the rest of this year, is to find the Ramirez that we had out there last season, to figure out what is different with that swing of his and get it corrected and get it fixed and get that legitimate cleanup hitter bat back there behind Giles. That's a must. Pirates last year giving Ramirez, rewarding him with a multi-year contract. He's going to be out there. He's got to hit. And he's been batting 4th regardless of how he's been hitting. A lot of faith by Lloyd. Doesn't move him, down in the lineup 6th, 7th, 8th. He's been stuck there right behind Giles. But as you just said, Greg, it does look at times like that bat is starting to come around. Hit the ball hard a couple of times tonight.
Manzanillo walks J.D. Drew. Brings up Mike Crudale. And I've said this a lot over the past week or so, and the more you watch this bullpen, the more you have to believe that it is as big a story as it was from the positive end first half of this year. It's becoming as big a question mark on the other side the remainder of this season, then into spring training next year. The scene of Manzanillo, not the same pitcher we saw last year.
So that's kind of the difference right now, is for me, is you have a Manzi out there that's not the same, instead of pitching in situations that Boehringer used to be pitching in, and because Boehringer's been moved in to pitch where Mike Fetters used to pitch.
Boehringer, and that is why he is a question mark, because contract up.
But he's still been, I think, very solid all year. Still is. Mike Williams, Sarbeck having a great year. Beimel, I think, will be fine back there in the bullpen. You know, Ron Ballone, kind of the long man lefty, pitches well in that role.
Oh my goodness. Look what I found. Home run by Tino Martinez. Makes it 8-5. Head to the bottom of the 7th. We check in with our Los Angeles studios for a sports update.
This sports break is brought to you by Acura. Hello everybody, I'm Steve Lyons at the Fox Network Center. The Major League Baseball Players Union decided not to set a strike date today and will revisit the issue on Friday. Hall of Fame outfielder Enos Slaughter has passed away at the age of 86. He played 19 seasons with the Cardinals and Yankees. And an MRI on Terrell Davis's knee showed no new tears, but it did reveal continued deterioration of the joint. For all the latest news and scores, stay right here.
Now time to take a look at our Pennzoil protection play. Came in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ramos Ramirez line drive to Vigna at second base. There was only one out. Jack Wilson took off and was easily doubled off on that line drive. At that time, the Bucks looked like they were about to jump back in the ball game. They had scored 1 run. We're down by 3. Still down by 3. Well, tonight, the Best Damn Sports Show Period's All-Star Summer continues when 49ers wide receiver Terrell Owens checks in to tell us if San Francisco can knock off the Rams this season. Plus, he's an all-pro running back and he's available. Former Falcon Jamal Anderson reveals where he will end up this fall. And Red Wings defenseman Chris Chelios drops by to tell us if Detroit can make one more run at Lord Stanley's Cup. The Best Damn Sports Show Period's All-Star Summer continues tonight, right here on Fox Sports Net.
Margaret Kramer of Grindstone, Pennsylvania is our Giant Eagle contestant. One ball, one strike on Kendall. 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored and a stolen base tonight. Average up to 291. And the Pirates trail by 3 with 3 more shots left at these Cardinals. Jason Simon Tachi started, gave up 5 runs in 5 1/3 innings. He can win it.
A lot of ball to be played tonight.
Hard to center. Edmonds back at the track.
If Jack can get something going. Ball kind of got out there by Kendall. Looked like it was hit harder than that and kind of died a little. Ball definitely carries different here than at Pac Bell. We had a couple of day games out there in Frisco, but the ball just jumps out of that place. Like a lazy breeze blowing, not doing a whole lot. Big flags aren't moving hardly at all. Really thought that the wind was going to play a big part in this ballpark. We've heard about its design. But the wind, because it was just a 2-deck stadium, would really help the balls on the nights and days when it was blowing out. But it's not been the case. This place so far has given up less home runs than we had at Three Rivers. Thought it was interesting. Bonds' comments when he left here last week after he hit a couple of home runs. He called the right field here a joke for hitting home runs. Well, we're 320 down the line. Pac Bell is 309. And right here where it says 375, Pac Bell is 360 something. I forgot how shallow Pac Bell was. I mean, it's 309 and 360 in those same two spots. And it's the same about size wall, too. 20 feet. I think their wall is 25 feet.
I saw Kip Wells gave up the historic home run, 600.
I wonder, since it's a 25-foot wall, they'll call it the Bonds wall.
I wonder.
You know, Greg, it's not really 21 feet to the top of that railing.
Yeah, I understand. Brian Sipe did some
Measuring.
investigating.
21 feet to the actual top of the wall right here. But where the mesh fence is, it adds about another 1.5 feet. And of course, to get a home run, you got to hit it into the seats over that railing.
So it's 21-foot wall, but
The wall is 21 feet high.
railing adds some to it. The Clemente wall. This is popped up. And the catch made by Tino Martinez. Join Guy Junker and Rob King right after the game. For Pittsburgh Sports Tonight, you'll find out the latest on baseball's labor situation. Steelers receiver Hines Ward is unhappy because he's not getting the ball. And you'll get an update on Steelers tackle Wayne Gandy and his injured ankle. All that and more after the game. Here the Pirates trail by 3, and Dave Duncan is out. He wants the left-hander to face Brian Giles. They've got a couple. They're going to use Steve Klein, his dirty cap. Mike Crudale does a nice job as that bullpen for the Cardinals tries to hold the Bucks. (8-5) the score. Hit a homer, Giles. It's my birthday. Okay. Consider it done. All right. Steve Klein, who has had struggles this season.
That logo is just about gone on the front of his hat. You don't see it at all.
Steve Klein last year led the league in appearances with 89 and had an earned run average out of the bullpen of 1.80 plus 9 saves. But struggling with his confidence more than anything this year. Last year I was on top of the castle. Now I'm in the swampy marsh. Last week had a big blow up down in the moat with umpire Bruce Fremming. This is foul tip.
Hard to blame. Bruce is so easygoing.
Steve Klein said, if you know my style, I care. I'm a fired up type guy. He came over with disregard. I don't know what he was thinking. I think he's above the game sometimes. Talking about Bruce Fremming. Fremming told him to settle down in the Cardinals dugout. Line to right field, and happy birthday, Brian Giles, number 30. Yeah. Nice little present for you.
That's pretty incredible.
Margaret Kramer of Grindstone, PA.
A birthday wish.
A Giant Eagle winner. And Brian Giles joins that elite Pirate group. Only Ralph Kiner and Willie Stargell, the others, 30 or more homers in 4 straight seasons.
Klein brought in to face just Giles. And he gives up the home run. Going to stay in the moat.
One of the prettiest home run swings there is.
Ryan just hoping somebody will drop that drawbridge.
Steve Klein, he's fired up now. Wow, he's really fired up.
Yes, he is.
That is his personality. Watch this swing of Giles and the 30th home run of the season. Bang. It's fun to watch. Dave Veers comes on the pitch. Tony La Russa trying to get this lead into Jason Isringhausen's hands, while Lloyd McClendon is hoping that the Pirates can claw their way back. Now down by a couple. Former closer Dave Veers. His numbers: Brian Giles, 141st home run of his Pirates career.
You just don't know what's going to happen the rest of this game. Both these pitching staffs leaking oil at this moment. Usually in these conditions, the advantage goes to the team that hits last.
Ramirez to left center field, and Aramis Ramirez gets his second hit. Doubled in the first, lined out in the third, lined out in the fifth, and singles here in the seventh.
Like one of those football games where the team with the ball last is going to be the one to root for. Right now, the Cardinals, if they could be trying to take some time off the clock, but you can't do that in baseball.
Here's now facing Rob Makoviak. Splitter, 1-1 the count on Rob Makoviak. Dave Veers was the closer for about 2 years with the St. Louis Cardinals, and they went out and got Jason Isringhausen during the offseason.
See how Rob was way out in front on that splitter. He swung before that ball was 10 feet from home plate.
Fastball for a strike.
Looks like he's kind of caught in between speeds right now. Way too soon for the splitter, and just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball.
Veers was best friends with Darryl Kyle, and pays tribute to him with that wording on the cap. And running out of room is the catcher Marrero. Stays 1 and 2 on Makoviak. Looks as though Veers is even using Kyle's glove. I'm not certain of that. I thought I saw 57 on his glove, but it was Veers' wife who had to telephone Kyle's wife to inform her of what happened. It's a sweatband over that glove. He gets Makoviak, and that ends the 7th for Pittsburgh. However, Brian Giles, it's number 30 against the Bucks to within a couple. We are back at PNC Park where the Pirates trail by a couple of runs in the 8th inning. Pirates make a double switch. Begin the 8th. Brian Boehringer will come on to pitch, and Adam Heisdu goes out to play center field.
Boehringer hitting fifth.
That's correct.
You know what I always do on my card? I always just put pitcher.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because I know he's not really ever going to hit, so I just know that's a pitcher spot.
Very good idea.
But sometimes it's not even the same pitcher when you get back around to it. So why put his name in? Just a kind of a way I customize my card a little bit. Thought you'd like to know that.
One ball, one strike to count on Fernando Vina. One hit and 4 at bats. Meadows started for Pittsburgh. Beimel followed, then Vallone, Manzanillo, and now Boehringer. Eyes through there.
Easy out. Pirates are hanging in there.
Well, they're within a couple. They've been out hit 12-10. They led 3-0 in the first.
Make it interesting. Just need to put up a 0 here in the 8th.
Scott Rowland tied it with a 3-run homer in the 4th off Meadows, and then things got away in the 5th. The Cardinals scored 4 runs. Take a 7-3 lead. Buck scratched back, clawed back.
You gotta go back to the 4th inning. Last time we didn't score. Chipping away a little bit, hanging tough.
Renteria with 3 hits tonight. He scored a couple of runs, driven in a run. Mookie Reese has it. And 2 outs. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Pirates will have Kevin Young, Craig Wilson, and Pokey Reese due up. La Russa has his bullpen going. And that is Jason Isringhausen. The thing about La Russa, he's not exclusively a 1-inning guy with his closer.
Well, I think he feels this game kind of slipping away. It's been kind of an odd roller coaster type game. The Pirates just in total charge those first 3 innings. Cardinals did not even get a hit until the 4th. They were down 3-0. And then it looked like the Cardinals were going to blow the Pirates out in the middle 3 innings.
Two and one on Edmonds. There was an hour-plus rain delay at the start. That has not been a good omen for the Pirates this year. The Pirates are 4-10 at PNC Park in 14 previous rain-delayed games.
Not good mutters.
Muckers and grinders. You know. 3-2 on Edmonds.
Good swing, eh?
Yeah, you know, he's just trying to do what he can to help the club. Jimmy. Pirates actually praying for a comeback. You know, Edmonds has a handful of Gold Gloves on his mantle. Does that bug you when I do that, Bob?
No, Greg, I love it. I really do.
Oh, there it is, there it is. Oh, man, oh, yeah!
3-2 the count on Edmonds.
You know, I never saw one that wasn't green until this summer, and all I'm seeing is brown ones.
Oh,
Not
man.
enough rain.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
think that whatever the foliage is, they change colors?
No question.
Look at those big eyes there.
Oh, Edmonds got big eyes when he saw that ball coming at him. Hits it into left center field. He's going to try for a double, and he's going to make it standing. Jim Edmonds' second double of the game, his third hit tonight. Hitting over 400 against Pirates pitching this season, Jim Edmonds.
Trying to power that ball by him away on the outside corner. Jim's done a good job going that direction. Very important double back in the fourth inning on a curveball that he drove into the left field corner.
And now with 2 outs, Bowringer faces Albert Pujols, who has 2 RBIs in this game, 88 on the year. And then on deck, he's got Scott Rowland. Pirates already down by 2. Deep. And gone. Albert Pujols hits his 26th of the year. And the Cardinals take a 10-6 lead. Big insurance there.
That was exactly what couldn't happen. Needed another 0. One more. That extended that lead back to 4.
4 RBI game for Pujols. I'll throw this ball back into the Allegheny.
Tried to throw the ball inside and just missed. Got it out over the plate. Kendall was sitting right on his hands.
Nolan fouls it out of play.
Warner just didn't get the ball in tight enough.
3 hits, 4 RBIs for Pujols. Now up to 90 ribbies on the season. Rowland homered in the 4th inning. A 10-6 Cardinals lead. He walks Rowland following the Pujols home run.
Did you hear what happened to Scott when he went into the pet store the other day?
No, Bob, what happened?
He had a bunch of had some puppies. He didn't know if you should get rid of them or not because they were chewing everything up. Didn't know if you should keep them or what. Get something from the chew off. Nope.
Yeah,
I'll tell the story later, maybe.
Anxious to hear that one as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 10-6 Cardinals.
Pittsburgh Pirates baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people. And by your local Jeep dealers. Jeep, there's only one.
We're back at PNC Park where the Pirates now trail 10-6. Some of those guys in that front row above the Clemente wall, Mark D'Amico, Joe Polanski, and Brian Hackett. Huge Pirates fans, and they're hanging in there. They're not giving up. Kevin Young leads off against Dave Veers as Isringhausen was able to sit back down when Pujols hit the 2-run homer.
jacket over one arm. Insurance was bought. Stays there. We still assume they'll use him in the ninth, though. You don't want to have to go through your bullpen like these teams have had to do first night of a series. Playing all these games in a row with no off days.
Veers facing Kevin Young. Veers, who came to the big leagues as a member of the Houston Astros.
In Colorado for a while too, wasn't he?
Spent 2 years there before he went to St. Louis. Jason Jennings, by the way, speaking of the Rockies, becoming the winningest rookie in Colorado history. 13-5. Jason Jennings getting the win tonight over the Florida Marlins. Get to third on the backhand, rolling. Back to your story now about
Nope. We got to do safe auto first.
You're going to leave us hanging? Safe Auto Insurance, save at home. Total donated to Mothers Against Drunk Driving this year is $2,255. The Pirates scoring so far tonight 6 runs. That adds to that total. Greg Wilson 1 for 2, also been hit by a pitch. So Scott Rowland goes into a pet store?
No, we're not doing that.
Oh.
Nope. I told you in between innings, and you said, thank goodness you didn't say that on the air, so
That's my opinion.
Well, you didn't think it was fun.
That's not it. Well,
I tried it out on you.
Just because I don't doesn't
gave
mean
me a
everybody
smirk.
feels the same way, Bob.
Forget it. No.
All right. All right.
I'll have to work on it a little. I got to. You know what I need to do? I need a truck to help me out with it.
Create a different scenario.
I need a music bed.
Oh, okay. Let's work on that.
Come here early tomorrow and work
All
on
right.
it. So I don't know if I'm on TV or radio or what tomorrow. I'll have to look. See if I need to wear a tie or not.
Rolled right side and under the glove, and then kicked by Tino Martinez. Would have been a hit anyway, and a half smile there from Craig Wilson.
Kind of a hit you're not too proud of.
That you'll take.
Yeah, a couple of days later, you're looking at your stat that the hits are all the same. It doesn't say in there that it was just a weak ground ball to the right side.
Pokey Reeves has lined out twice, has a single.
That's why you take hits like that, because you line out sometimes.
Yeah. His last line out was a sacrifice fly, brought home the 5th run of the game for Pittsburgh. Brian Giles got the Bucs within 2 runs with his 30th home run of the year. Came off Steve Klein, who didn't seem real happy with Eli Marrero as he left the mound, picking up that home run. And now Dave Beers gave up a hit to Ramirez, but struck out Makoviak. Marrero keeping that ball in front of him. Letting that chest protector do the work. again. Well, excellent technique, these two catchers, Marrero and Mike Matheny.
I like the old-fashioned mask, too. Looks like a catcher back there. Batting helmet on underneath it. Kind of a good night for the souvenir hunters. Ball goes down the line. Got a chance to chase one down.
Adam Heisdu had a big night against the St. Louis Cardinals, actually a big series. July 19th at a grand slam. The next night at a 3-run homer off Dave Veers. Jason Isringhausen is back up. Foul tip. Reese went up after one, and it's a strikeout. Second K for Dave Veers.
You're not going to catch up too many when they're above your shoulders like that, especially inside. That's one thing that Pokey, throughout his career, we didn't see him all that much in Cincinnati. We have to go on what people have told us, but he's always liked to swing at the high pitch, has hit the ball in the air probably too much for somebody that has that real good speed and limited power. When's Pokey's bobblehead day coming up? September sometime.
September 21st, yeah.
Good looking bobblehead too. It's tight.
Pat.
We got to give a lot of props to the designer.
It's foul out of play. What's the truck telling us? We're down with it?
They thought they were at the X Games.
Yeah. Hey, dude. Look at Hives, dude. You watching the monitor, dude?
Dennis said something about mad props. No.
Oh.
That one, the monitor.
Just asking you to watch. Another block by Marrero.
My monitor's getting a little crazy in here.
Yeah. Marrero putting on a clinic on how to block those balls. 2-2.
That's a pretty good job for an outfielder. Marrero plays everywhere. He might be in center field tomorrow.
Yep. He went, says the home plate umpire. Dave Veers gets the strikeout. Head to the 9th inning. 10-6 St. Louis. Pirates baseball is coming your way only on Fox Sports Net from PNC Park, where the Pirates trail at 10-6. Last chance. Next telecast tomorrow. Coverage begins at 6:30. Jimmy Anderson for the Pirates against Matt Morris. And don't forget girls' night out here tomorrow above the Adecco deck in left field before the game. Eli Marrero. Fly to right and grounded out against the starter Brian Meadows, who, unless the Pirates rally, will fall to 0-3. Wilson comes on. Nice looking play. 1 out.
Hope you stick around and join us right after the game for Pittsburgh Sports Tonight. You'll hear from Steelers wide receiver Hines Ward, who says he's not getting enough passes thrown his way. We'll have an update on Steelers tackle Wayne Gandy's injured ankle and the latest on baseball's labor situation. All that and more after the game. Now let's send it back to Greg and Bob. Guys?
Hey, Rob, thank you. And another hit. That is, 15 now for the Cardinals. J.D. Drew's second of the night. We said the Pirates, if they're going to win against the Cardinals tonight and the rest of the way, and have to try and outpitch them, because these guys have the ability down the line, especially with Roland added to the lineup, to really tear you up. Kerry Robinson will pinch hit now for Dave Veers.
Really kind of balances their lineup out really nice, as far as being able to handle both right-handed and left-handed starting pitching. Number 16. But a right-hander, you're going to have a tough time with Edmonds and Drew. Even though Drew's been put in the 8th spot, he's not really an 8th hitter. He's going to give you a hard time. Of course, Tino Martinez, somebody you got to deal with also. And then the lefties, you got Pujols and Roland. This is not an easy lineup to have to deal with.
Again, if you're just joining us, Lloyd McClendon, the Pirates manager, before the game, telling the media that he's a little bit perplexed in a ground ball. Nice little gobble up by Koki Reese. Fernando Vina, he's out, number 2. Runners move up 90 feet, but the Pirates manager a little bit confused as to why the media hasn't been a little bit more patient. He believes that it is just a matter of time that the club is getting better. But if you look at what the Cardinals offer, again, 1 to 8 in the lineup, position by position, and you compare it, as we did earlier on Sports Beat, I think the Pirates still have to go out and get a couple players. And I don't, not to suggest that McClendon doesn't believe that. Popped up. Shallow right. First baseman Kevin Young makes the catch. One thing's for sure, Lloyd McClendon believes that the Pirates may be down by 4. They're not out of it. Going to the bottom of the 9th inning, Pirates will face Kevin Joseph to start the bottom of the 9th. And 10-6 Cardinals going to the bottom of the 9th. And Kevin Joseph will take over. If Tony La Russa sees any sign of trouble, he'll get Jason Isringhausen in the ball game. Joseph started the year on the disabled list. I've got to talk to him. I hadn't seen it before the game, but Kevin Joseph, Bob, you know, you love to talk about Eric Karras being from your hometown.
Where's he from?
Camp Hill, Pennsylvania.
No.
Yep.
It's not Eric Karras, by the way.
Oh, it isn't?
Todd Field.
Oh, that's right. Well, you know, those Dodgers.
Todd was a Dodger.
Yep.
Along with about 15 other teams.
Kevin Joseph, the rookie, fouled out of play. He's 6 years old. Shoulder strain much of the first portion of the season. He was recalled August the 1st from AAA Memphis. Two and two on Jason Kendall, with the Pirates trailing 10-6. They've been out hit 16-11.
ERA in the ones for Memphis.
Kendall, and it'll go foul. Dave Veers went 1 1/3 scoreless innings.
Both these clubs are going to be kind of run down about now. Heading toward midnight. I think both teams probably hit their beds about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Kendall is out number 1.
Long rain delay, and then a game that sees 16 runs and 27 hits. And as you said earlier, Greg, that some of the Pirates even out here early this afternoon for some early batting practice.
Line to right. Catch made out there by J.D. Drew. Pirates down to their last out. It'll be Brian Giles who provided one of the highlights tonight. But the Advanced Auto Parts player of the game is Albert Pujols. 2-run homer iced it in the 8th. 2-run double in the 5th. Very important for the Cardinals as they came back from a 3-0 first inning deficit to tie it in the 4th inning on a Scott Rowland homer, and then put up a 4 spot in the 5th. Pirates record with rain-delayed home games is going to fall to 4-11. Not a good combination.
Well, let's hope it doesn't rain the rest of his homestand. Nice weather and winds in the bank.
To Giles.
Cubs lost this afternoon, didn't they? Is it 9-6?
I believe they did. So that means at least for another day, the Pirates will hold on to sole possession of 4th place. The Cubs just a game behind Pittsburgh, and Brian Giles has another hit. He's starting to get hot again.
Hits these Cardinals pretty good. Might be why he's getting hot.
Ramos Ramirez with 2 hits. RBI double in the 1st. Isringhausen.
I think he'd be loose by now. Just make about 5 or 6 tosses and go into the ball game at this point. You can almost just kind of stand out there and get a feel for things. Watch Duncan go out. But not going to have to do that. Should do it.
They won't need him as Nina puts it away. Well, the Cardinals win the first of this 4-game series with a final count of 10-6. Now we send it to our Fox Sports Net studio in Pittsburgh Sports Tonight.